Memories, misinformation, and you. How our memories affect the stories we tell ourselves. Memories are just stories we tell ourselves about our past, and that's often why they don't match when we've shared the same experiences with someone. John Slattery. The next time you are reminiscing with a friend or family member, pay attention to the differences in your recollection of events you shared in common. I bet it'll be eye-opening, but don't bother arguing about who's right. Because we all take in sensory information differently, you're not likely to agree. We have an unimaginable amount of memory storage available to us. That's amazing if you stop to think about it. All the input gets analyzed and sorted. Some of it goes into working memory, some of it disappears, but some gets pushed along into our long-term memory. Then one day, we're asked about our childhood address or phone number. It's all in long-term memory, somewhere. When it's located, the transfer begins, and it returns to working memory. I bet you're recalling your childhood address and phone number right now. Long-term memory is like a filing system. There's a ton of files tucked away, waiting for you to say, "Hey, I need that one." Unfortunately, we don't have unlimited access to all the information we file away. Sometimes we need a special key, like the scent of a particular food, to trigger the memory. Sometimes, in a real-life file cabinet, stuff gets lost or mixed up because so many people are handling the file. But in this case, it's us handling the file at different ages and stages of our lives. Each time we dig the file out, we affect the memory, so when it gets put back, it's different. Mood, goals, other people, and the environment all can tweak our memories. I went fishing in the mountains of Wyoming, or was it Colorado? Anyway, I went fishing and got so excited because for the first time I caught a fish. It was tiny. This is a real memory I have, and I think the fish gets smaller every time I tell the story. Most people would probably make it bigger, but for some reason, my fish went from maybe 5 or 6 inches to tiny. Maybe I thought it made the story funnier. Memories are fragile. In fact, they're so easily manipulated that people can be made to believe they saw something that wasn't there. Loftus and Palmer decided to test this. In the first experiment, 45 participants were separated into groups of varying sizes to watch a video of a car crash. For each group, the speed of the car differed. Then the researchers asked how fast the car was going. The only difference between the groups' question was the verb used to describe the event. For example, about how fast were the cars going when they smashed, collided, bumped, hit, contacted each other? When participants read smashed, they tended to interpret the speed of the cars as going faster. Bumped gave the impression that they were moving slower. The verb had more of an effect on participants' estimates of car speed than the actual speed of the car. Another explanation for this result is response bias, because the participants might have been choosing between two speeds that were close. If this is true, then they might choose the word that more strongly matched their interpretation. Loftus and Palmer tested this too. The second experiment involved watching a video of a car accident. This time, participants were asked 1 week later whether there was any broken glass as a result of the accident. The researchers changed the verb used to describe the accident. When a stronger verb such as smashed was used, participants were more likely to report seeing glass after the collision. There was no glass. This effect is called the misinformation effect. You're told something after the fact that changes your recollection of the event. Scary, right? When we construct stories about ourselves, they're often based on memories that we've inadvertently manipulated simply by recalling them time and again. They also can get changed by other people recounting their version of us in that story, but from their perspective. This could have a misinformation effect. This is important to remember when we construct the stories we tell ourselves about ourselves, or when we buy into the stories others tell us about ourselves. For example, I'm not the tough as nails person I was in my 20s. But if you asked my family about that, the story would be different. I'm still that person from their perspective. Their version of me still is based on their memories of me way back when. They haven't been privy to all the experiences I've had since then. Those experiences and my memories of them shaped who I've become. The point to remember is that our memories help create how we see ourselves. They define who we are in this moment and the next, but they're fragile. and can be manipulated. What stories about yourself are moving you closer to your goals in life?